Hello there, friends, and welcome to Strangers in the Night, your source for late night VR gaming talk. I am your host, Wes, and with me. Hello, darkness, my old friend. Yeah, nobody's with me today, ladies and gents. I'm all by my lonesome. What do you think about that? Um, so it's been a while, right, since we've been on the air. If you've been paying attention in our Discord, we had to miss last week. I had a family emergency last Saturday that kept me from preparing for the show. And then we decided we were going to go on Sunday instead. And then Roots had a family emergency on Sunday, which has, for him, been ongoing throughout the week. Um, so he hasn't had to play any kind of VR or anything this week. He's been in and out of the hospital a lot. But not the case for me. I've been able to play a little bit yesterday and some more today. And Eric was supposed to join us, but he's at Disney World. And from what I understand, he's very tired. So I had a choice. I could have postponed the show again till tomorrow night whenever Eric gets back from Disney World, and we could have went live then, the two of us. Or I can just go super late tonight, which is ultimately what I decided to do. I didn't want to miss, again, a regularly scheduled program, even if we are going on at what is 2 a.m. locally here. Um, I wanted to go live. It seemed like a better option to me than doing a Sunday night show and a Monday afternoon show right back to back like that. Roots will be back on Monday. He's supposed to anyway, and we'll have a normal episode of the Virtual Strangers show then. But the games are played at this point. It took me a few hours to prepare for this show because I don't know if you all know this, but Roots typically produces the show. That's his role. He's the one that runs all of the scenes and puts it all together. I typically plan the show. I'll give him a detailed format, as you patrons know out there, that has everything linked in it, like all of the scenes, the videos, the articles, and he's the one that does it all in OBS. Um, so you're gonna have to bear with me a little bit tonight. Like if I seem a little slow on the keys, it's because I've never done this before. Not, I mean, I have done an episode or two where I've been the producer with Eric with me, but I've never hosted a show by myself, no co-host, and produced it as well. So if I miss something, if something doesn't sound right or something doesn't look right, please let me know in the chat. And if I seem a little bit slow, just bear with me if you don't mind. I just didn't want to miss another show, even if it meant going live by myself. And who's really alone here? I mean, we've got people in the chat. Speaking of which, why don't we say hello to some of our friends in chat? And you guys let me know if everything sounds okay, all right, and everything looks okay. Again, like I've been sitting at my computer literally for about 3 hours now, creating all of these scenes, making sure all the videos are good. I just booted up Riven to make sure that I'm going to be able to stream that at the end of the episode. Everything seems to be okay on my end, but again, I'm fairly inexperienced here, so if something looks off, something sounds off, please, someone just let me know. Hello, Tony Savino. You are indeed here. JPEG Q says family emergencies. Is everyone going to be okay? Yeah. Isabel, my daughter, got into her first car accident last week, and she had a mild separation of her shoulder, along with a hairline fracture in her shoulder. But she's fine. She's going to be okay. She's got to do a little physical therapy to get back to 100%, but she's fine. And I guess I'll talk a little bit about what's going on with Roots because he did um, speak a little bit about that on the Discord this week or yesterday, I think. Ruuts' dad went into the hospital, had a pretty significant health scare, and it wasn't looking good there for a couple of days. But the guy pulled through. I think he got discharged today, and everything is okay for now. Ruuts has more time with his father, and this is something that I can certainly relate to. As many of you know, I went through similar situations last year. So I'm very happy for Ruuts and his dad. I'm glad that they get a little bit more time together, and I'm glad that we're going to get my buddy back in here on Monday co-hosting with me. JPEG Q says everything is looking and sounding good on the podcast so far. Awesome, we did it. You are calm and collected, perfect mic and video quality. Everything's great. Says, oh my God, this is so easy. Thank you for that. What's up, AW? What's up, Jonathan Taylor? Yeah, thank you for the well wishes. Mal says, I can't wait to see that Visage cover. Yeah, we were originally scheduled to cover Visage last weekend. The show that we missed. I did get it up and running in UEVR, but I have yet to really put any time into playing it. It doesn't work perfectly. It works well, but I did have an issue in Visage, which was the same issue that I had when I tried to play it in Reshade, and that is interactions. You try to highlight certain items and interact with them, like open drawers and things, and they're not actually highlighted. And it got to the point where if you want to open certain drawers, you had to hit the crouch button. And then when you were in the process of crouching, there's a split second where the drawer would be highlighted. And if you time it perfectly, you can open the drawer. That was a bit of a pain in the butt, and I was not very happy to see that UEVR works very much the same way. With that said, there's another mod for Visage called the Crosshair mod, and basically it puts a crosshair in your visual path so that you can see exactly what you're highlighting. I'm hoping that corrects the issues I was having with interactions, and that we can go ahead and cover this one maybe next week. But not covering that this week, not only for that reason, but for the reason that there's just so many other things that came out since we were last live. We are still on MiRacle Pool. We're going to talk a little bit about that. And we are going to give away a couple copies of it, so stick around for that. But we've had two more opportunities come up since we were last on the air. And anybody that's looked at the title line knows what I'm talking about. We had the opportunity to play Zero Caliber 2, the sequel, yesterday. Eric and I got together for about 90 minutes and played through a couple of chapters of the campaign in co-op. So we're going to talk a little bit about that today. And then Riven released on my birthday this past Tuesday. Riven came out. I have not played it at all. I have only ran it for about 2 minutes just so I could get the scene set up to stream it at the end of the show. I have not played it at all. So assuming that we have no technical issues, we'll end this episode by streaming a high quality hardcore puzzle game live for the first time. So that should be fun. It always is fun to do puzzle games, your first time around streaming them. I don't like, I like streaming puzzle games. I don't like when people play the puzzle games and then come back and replay them on stream after they've already figured out all the puzzles. That's cheating. I like the pressure of missing something obvious and while people are watching and laughing at you. It adds another dimension to the puzzle game, and that's what we're going to do here tonight. Anyway, Joshua Taylor is here. He says, this will be cool. Riven. Yeah, I know. Pretty fair trade-off for Visage, right? We got a native version of Riven. And I can say definitively that the 2 minutes of it that I did run, very good looking game so far. Corporate Zombie says, "Do we have to call it Mike from VR Oasis's Miracle Pool?" I don't. I don't have to call. I didn't get it from him, so I got it from Pat. Shout out Pat, and but I do need to shout out Mike as well, though, for big congratulations on the reveal of 2080 games this past week. Miracle Pool is cool enough, but the other game that they showed off, I don't even remember what it was called, but it looks awesome, and I'm very much looking forward to it. So, congrats to Mike on 2080 Games reveal. Um, I know how it feels, working at Impact and recently revealing Flat to VR Studios. Um, we find ourselves in a very similar position here, and so I know how he feels. It feels great, and again, congratulations to Mike. Philosix is here. It says, "Wow, live solo. That's going to be a little tough. It's just going to be a little bit different. It could very well be a little bit tough, but I'm counting on you guys in the chat to give me some nice conversation. It's still virtual strangers. We're all the virtual strangers, right? I don't need a co-host to stay strangers plural. You guys are the co-host today. Val says that's exciting. Visage is high on my list when I get a PC set up. Yeah, I feel you, man. Have you played Madison yet? I highly recommend it if you haven't. Inspal is here. Ines Paul says, "Hi Wes, hello." Paul Spall, Inspal. Tony Savino is here. Jonathan Taylor, JPEG-Q, AW, Mal is here. Wuvane is here. Melkaya, the soul reaving game cat. True Prophecy is here. Says, "How's it going?" So far, so good, man. Thanks for stopping by. Cop Dog is here. What up, Cop Dog? Corporate Zombie. Sky Luke Walker is here. Says, "Hey there from Texas." Well, welcome. I always wanted to visit Texas, man. Austin seems like a place that's really taken off over the last couple of years. I've always wanted to kind of visit there for the music scene. I know they have a cool music scene there, or they used to anyway. And now the comedy scene is just off the chart. Stand up comedy in Austin. I'd really love to visit sometime. Who else is here? Xbox Game Pass only, bitch, and sometimes PS4 LOL is here. Rogue TR is here. Radio Runt says, "Hey everyone, kind of late means have to watch tomorrow." Yeah, man, it is what it is. I could have went live a little bit earlier probably if I had scaled back the scope of the episode and maybe decided that I'm not going to do the real time review. Also went ahead and updated the outro before the episode today. We've had a couple of new Patreons, and I want to make sure that they get their recognition as well. So there were some things I could have done to probably get on the air about an hour earlier, but I didn't want to shortchange anyone. I knew that some people would have to go to bed and catch the replay if I started after 2, but at the same time, I fully expect that our friends from overseas are going to start waking up pretty soon and backfill the vacancy of our East Coast friends here in the United States. What up, Rogue TR? What up, Chris9989? What's up, Four Wheeling Old Darth? It says late start. In any event, I won't be awake for this one. We'll watch later. Have a great show. Well, hello in the future, Old Darth. Thank you for watching the replay. SpryGuy's here. Happy birthday, SpryGuy. Not sure. Brondo says, "Is this the regular show?" You know who else is on the regular show? My mom. No, this is if you're asking if this is the regular show that the my mom meme came from, no, this is not the regular show. This is Strangers in the Night podcast. And if you're asking if it's a regular episode, indeed. It's an irregular regular episode with a single host. But lucky for you guys, you got the good one. Um, let's see who slipped in here. That's as far up as my chat will allow me to scroll. Brooklyn Menace is slipping in at the end. Eric said, just woke up. How dare you go live without me? Hey, bro, there's room for you. If you want to join, we'll pull you in. But it's not necessary. I think I've got it covered here. Although hang around because I'm not going to let you off quite that easy. I do have a little something funny in the first scene that you might not appreciate very much, but I thought it was hilarious. Um, Go Shot slipping in said Riven was 5 discs when it first came out. Had to switch discs to move to a different area. That's pretty cool. I always wanted to play Riven when it was out. I was a fan of Myst. I did play the original Myst when it was out. But by the time Riven came out, I wasn't a PC gamer at that time. And I think it came to PC first. Eventually, it ended up coming to other platforms, but I never got around to playing it. I remember looking at it in video game magazines and thinking to myself, wow, man, that looks beautiful. It looks awesome. I can't wait to play it, but I never played it. So we're going to play it for the first time in full 6 off VR here together. And hopefully, I won't blow it and blank on all the puzzles tonight. Eric says, I'm here for you, and I'll join Monday if you want me live. You're welcome to join Monday. We're going to do some recap of what I thought the highlights of the upload showcase were. It seems like most of my favorite things are not really being talked about by people. So I'm going to pick 5 or 6 things out of it to talk about that really haven't gotten much recognition. And that'll probably be the majority of our show on Monday, but you are more than welcome to join. I'd love to have you. Let's see who else slipped in here. Simon Says VR slipped in, as did Hussein X Zeke slipped in as well. Or maybe not. Maybe I just missed them the first time, or maybe I told him hi twice. I don't know. I'm drawing a blank. Cop Dog says, I'm really interested in the pool game. I'm just afraid I would end up trying to lean on it and falling on the floor. Well, that's the pretty cool thing about it. If you have like a dining room table, and why don't we do that? Why don't we just go ahead and switch on over and talk a little bit about MiRacle Pool? Our first. Oh, wait a minute. I gotta skip around. Yeah, we'll start with MiRacle Pool. No, we'll come back to it. We'll come back to it. I've got my scene switched around. I don't want to. I don't want to get out of order here and screw myself up. But as I was saying regarding MiRacle Pool, it allows you to literally grab the table with your hand and put it anywhere. So if you have like a dining room table or something that you can lean on in real life, you can literally set the table right on top of that real life table, and that'll give you something to lean on so that you don't hit the floor. I didn't do that, but it's certainly something that you can do if you're really worried about it. Anyway, I'll move on to our first title today, and that is Zero Caliber 2, coming out next month from X-Real Games. Zero Caliber 2 is launching on MetaQuest platforms sometime in July. I'd like to thank X-Real Games for allowing Eric and I to play early before the game came out. And while this footage that I'm showing isn't my own footage, these are videos from the X-Real Games YouTube. I just want to say before I start kind of critiquing the game and giving my impressions that I did play an unfinished beta version of the game. So if I point out, a shortcoming or two of the current version, just keep in mind that I fully expect that the launch version will not have any of these sort of basic errors, or not really errors, or I think deficiencies would be a more fitting word. Anyway, let's talk a little bit about Zero Caliber 2. And by the way, this is what Eric says to all of you all when I ask him if he wants to come on tonight and co host with me. This is what he said to everyone. Uh, Wilder says, "Hey Eric, I didn't see you there. Love the bird. Yeah, man. That's another something I could have done to probably get on the air a little faster. I had to scroll back through my Discord channels for probably 20 or 25 minutes to find this picture so that I could put it up on there and fuck with Eric. Um, yeah, go to sleep, man. Nobody needs you here. No, I'm just joking. I was just fucking with Eric, taking the piss, as they like to say in the UK. But I thought it was funny. I thought it was a funny joke. And we will check back in with Eric from time to time tonight. Um, Let me see here. Do I have. I think I do. I think I can go like this and like this. And yep, there we go. So we'll check back in with Eric from time to time and see how he feels about these games that we're playing. But for right now, I'm going to go it alone. So yeah. I hope that I was hoping that you stayed awake long enough to see it, Eric. I put enough work into it. Anyway, let's talk about Zero Caliber 2. Um, Zero Caliber 2 is an upcoming um, military first person shooter made specifically for VR. For those of you who are familiar with the original Zero Caliber, you're going to feel right at home in this title because it is very similar to the original Zero Caliber. Um, in fact, I would say if you didn't like Zero Caliber, then you're probably not going to like this one. It's very, very similar. Um, with that said, it does give us some things here that the first one kind of lacked, and I think that's the biggest selling point of this title is that um, our main criticisms of the original Zero Caliber definitely seem to have been addressed here. Um, Namely the lack of a cohesive campaign, the lack of a substantial story, and kind of cinema scenes or cut scenes to tell that story. That's kind of the biggest difference, and it was a very welcome addition to this title. Is that there is a more cohesive campaign, although it's a little confusing at first because it is still kind of structured the same where after you finish a mission in the story campaign, it pops up a results screen that shows you how many kills you got, how accurate your shots were, how much XP, how many times you leveled up, how much money did you earn. All of this tallies up in front of you, and then if you sit there, it will take you to the next mission in the story campaign. But there is an option for you to pick any mission. So you don't necessarily have to play the missions in order if you don't care about the story, um, which kind of scared me for a minute because that was one of the things I didn't like about the original Zero Caliber is all of these missions were in there and you just kind of hop through them. It seemed very disjointed, and I was afraid when I saw that tally menu pop up that we were going to see very much the same thing here. But luckily we didn't. Luckily there is a cohesive story campaign, fully voiced cut scenes, cinematic scenes, and that's kind of the biggest difference here. Is there's some pretty elaborate set pieces. You know, you'll have jets flying overhead and helicopters and bombs going off and just very not constantly, but there are some very cinematic moments in this game, both during cutscenes and during gameplay. It seems like a bigger production in general than the original Zero Caliber. With that said, like I mentioned before, this was a an early version of the game, so some of the animations were kind of missing or muted. I think would be um, a good description of it. So, like, you'll often come to some kind of a barrier, and you'll have to use a rocket propelled grenade or some C4 or something to blow it up and get through. And the explosions, for example, were kind of underwhelming. But again, that's 100% because this is an early version of the game. And I'm absolutely certain that by the time they share this with people, those animations will be added in. Um, the voice acting itself was kind of so. Um, it was good enough, I suppose. We did get a bit of a laugh about it because the big bad, or a couple of the like bad guy characters in the game, really seemed like Cobra from GI Joe. So like there was Cobra Commando and a couple other ones that had those very um, very cliche bad guy voices. You know what I'm saying? It was one of these deals. Um, so it was kind of funny, but I mean, it wasn't bad. It was pretty good voice acting. Um, the levels themselves, I think, are going to look great when this game gets a Quest 3 update. Even though we played it in the Quest 3 headset, it very much, in terms of environments, looked like a Quest 2 game. Um, the textures were a little low res at times. Um, Again, all in the environment. The character models themselves looked absolutely great, highly detailed, better looking than the original Zero Caliber. Just very impressive. Weapon models and character models all look really good. So maybe there'll be a an update before the game comes out that kind of puts some high res textures in for Quest 3. Time will tell. But a good looking game in its current state. I wouldn't call it great looking. I'd call it very similar looking to the original Zero Caliber in terms of detail. Um, but in terms of set pieces and the way the levels are laid out, um, there are times that I played, and you know, full disclosure here, we only played the first 2 or 3 chapters. We didn't play all the way through what is supposed to be an 8 to 10 hour campaign. We played the first 2 or 3 chapters, played it for about 90 minutes to 2 hours, and there's some impressive set pieces, some larger areas. Um, the last level that we played or didn't play, we kind of loaded into as we were saying our goodbyes, was really cool. It was a nighttime level, and there was like smoke in the atmosphere from all the bombardment. And if you look up, it looks for a moment like it's a static skybox, but if you stare at it, just like any kind of cloud ceiling, you'll notice that it's just slowly drifting across the night sky, which I thought was an incredible effect and very cool looking. Um, Outside of that, I mean, it's got all of the kind of telltale things that you love about Zero Caliber. There's a vast array of weapons at your disposal that you'll find throughout your gameplay. Um, and as many weapons as there are, there's like 5 times as many attachments that you could put on. And that was kind of the calling card for Zero Calibers, that you can build your weapons with all of these different attachments and customize it. So that very much still the case here. And then, of course, the other big calling card for Zero Caliber is the fact that it will allow you to play up to 4 player co op in story mode, which is just awesome. And in fact, even if you don't have friends playing with you, there are certain areas in the game where the story has you fighting with a group. So you have AI partners um, that are fighting alongside of you. What's up, GT? Welcome, friend. Eric says it was definitely Cobra Commander. It really seemed like it, didn't it? Um, what's up, Alex VR? Thanks for stopping by. Mark Smith, hello. Thanks for hanging out, guys. I know we're getting started late, or I guess early for some of you. And by we, I mean me. So I appreciate you all showing up and showing out. I'm doing good, man. Doing good. Just going it alone tonight. I thought about tagging you up and seeing if you wanted to come on and talk about these games with me tonight, but I figured you were asleep, so I didn't. But I enjoyed having you on the other day, so we'll have to do that again soon. Joshua Taylor says 4-player co-streaming. It's a dream. Yeah, man, it was fun. I haven't tried the 4-player co-op with it yet, but it was fun just with Eric and myself. They've added in some like zip lines and stuff into the levels, although it was kind of weird how they did it. So if you're playing co-op, only one person can use the zip line, and after that person makes it across whatever the barrier is, then the other player can get in through alternative means, like by blowing something up or something like that. But it's funny because there were areas like that you couldn't blow up the wall to get through it, but as soon as one player ziplined over it, then all of a sudden now you can blow it up, which I thought was kind of funny. Ghost Shot says PvP missions and survival. Well, I've got a fact sheet here. Why don't we read down this fact sheet together, and then if you guys have any more questions about what this game has to offer, I'll answer those for you. Okay. Excuse me. What the game is. Zero Caliber 2 is the sequel to X-Real Games' critically acclaimed military shooter Zero Caliber and its standalone version, Zero Caliber Reloaded. The release date is set for July 2024 on the MetaQuest 2, MetaQuest 3, and MetaQuest Pro platforms. You can wishlist this game on Steam. I would think that eventually it will come to Steam, although they've been a little bit weird in their language when talking about that. So I would say if this is something that you want a PC version of, you should go to Steam and wishlist it now to show them that it will, in fact, be worth their trouble to bring it to Steam. The game caters to those seeking an immersive Call of Duty style military shooter campaign on standalone VR platforms, enhanced by a co op mode, 5v5 multiplayer game modes, advanced modding tools. There's another big difference versus the first one. This one supports advanced modding tools and player progression with dozens of unlockable weapons and weapon skins. The game aims to capture the thrill of a gripping battlefield supported by ambitious cinematic events and sequences throughout the campaign. 8+ hours of story-based single-player campaign, up to 4-player co-op option, 5v5 multiplayer game modes, ambitious cinematic action sequences elevating immersion. And yes, again, those were very noticeable, and I can't wait to see what the finished version of the game actually looks like. Realistic physics while interacting with weapons in the environment. Progression system rewards players with 59 plus unlockable weapons. Why don't you just say 60? If it's 59 plus, why don't you just say 60? 60 unlockable weapons, attachments, and weapon skins. Advanced modding support includes missions, maps, weapons, sound effects, and characters. I don't know if I'm allowed to reveal what the price of this game is. Actually, I think it's up for pre-order right now. Let me see here. I'm gonna see if this game's up for pre-order. I'll drop the link in the chat, but I'll also share with you all the price for it. For what it's worth, the way the game seems to be shaping up, it does seem like a game that's going to be priced perfectly. I wouldn't call it a great price for it, but at the same time, I wouldn't call it a bad price for it. I think it's priced appropriately. This is where a 8 to 10 hour co-op military shooter should fall of this quality, of course. Um, and yes, okay. So this is a this game's launching next month for $29.99 on the MetaQuest platform. If you pre-order it, you can get a 10% discount. But again, pre-order at your own kind of your own risk. You know, I want to give these guys the benefit of the doubt based on the original Zero Caliber receiving great support even up to this day. But then everyone knows how Gambit went as well. So while I'm sure that these deficiencies that the early access version of the game has, well, I'm sure that those will be corrected for the launch version. Not 100% sure they will, based on what we saw with Gambit. So, with that said, I think it's a good price um, for the game. And if you want to pre order now, I'll be dropping the link in the chat right now. Um, right. Yeah, Gamertag agrees. 29.99 is a reasonable price for it, considering all the different gameplay modes and the co-op and 5v5 multiplayer and the modding and all of this stuff. Again, it's not a great deal. It's not like I don't want to start calling out competitor games, but um, it's a fair price, right? So if you're one of these people that wants to wait to catch it on sale, you can wait. But again, you get 10% off if you pre-order it right now. How long has this been in development? Says Simon says VR. I'm not 100% sure. I would guess probably around 2 years, but I don't know. That's a complete speculation on my part. Um, I'm not sure. Um, maybe longer. I mean, it looks very similar to Zero Caliber Reloaded. That's the reason why I want to say that it hasn't been in development for like 3 and 4 years. With that said, that again, as the document I read off points out, there are some ambitious cinematic scenes during the gameplay, so they haven't been sitting on their hands. They have been busy working to build this out to be a true sequel. What up, AJ? Good to see you, friend. Uh, Thanks for hanging out. I thought about tagging you a minute ago. I just had assumed that you would be asleep by now. Um, so thanks for sitting up. My friend AJ here from PSVR Underground has found the Oasis, the Unreal Engine Universal VR injector. He's found the magic of being able to play AAA and AA flat games in VR, and I'm happy about that. One, because as anybody that's tried it knows, it's the coolest thing happening in VR right now. The other reason I think it's super cool is because I've been talking to AJ a lot more. We talk to AJ like on the regular now about this stuff, so that's been pretty cool. Um, let's see here. Has AJ ever been a guest? AJ, I think, has been a guest on a special episode. I want to say maybe one time when we had AJ on. You came on once, didn't you, AJ? I'm pretty sure he did. Um, Almost certain of it. But we're gonna have AJ on again very soon. As soon as the games that we're playing align, and I'd say that won't be very long. AJ's going to come on and guest host. We've already talked about it. Yeah, right. AJ's been on once. Anyway, let's see here. What else? Difficulty modifiers. I didn't notice it. It doesn't mean it isn't there. I didn't exactly scour the menu options that were available, so there definitely could have been there. But it isn't something that they asked me to set during what was a fairly extensive tutorial. that had me choosing many options. I don't remember choosing a difficulty option. So while it very well could be in there, I did not notice it. One thing I did notice is an option to enable B haptics. Already in this early access version of the game, there's an option in the menu for B haptics. I did not test out the integration, but I did notice the option there for it. So I think that's pretty cool. Let's see here. Gamertag VR says, that explains the Returnal tweet. Bro, AJ's become more of an expert on UEVR than I have. AJ's recently got Returnal running at a full smooth 60 plus frames per second on his PC, which is a mid range PC. He's playing on a 4060 PC, and just through modifying settings and trying out different configurations and tweaking and tweaking and tweaking, as often is the case with PC gaming, AJ's been able to get this thing to run smoothly and beautifully, with some of the settings even set to epic with a 4060. So that's pretty impressive. And I'm happy for him because it's such a great game. Makes me want to go get mine all tweaked up so that I can play through it again. JPEG Q with the $2 US donation. Are any PSVR 2 games getting bHaptic support? Yes. I don't think I'm allowed quite yet to reveal what those games are. But yes, PSVR 2 support for bHaptics is coming very soon. Very soon. So just keep an eye out for that. Make sure, if you haven't already, that you subscribe to this channel, subscribe to AJ's channel, subscribe to Miles, and of course to Without Parole. And you'll hear a lot more about PSVR 2 support for bHaptics in the very, very near future. Joshua Taylor says, saving up for my PC, been a long time, but it is times. Yeah, same here. I've got a strong PC, but it was a bit of an eye-opener recently when I tried to run Hellblade in UEVR, and it was just a slideshow, man. It wouldn't even run for me at all. I mean, it didn't crash, but it was not playable. And it became very obvious to me at that point that I'm going to need a high test graphics card sooner rather than later. So I've already kind of started saving money, selling some of my things here that are collecting dust. Sorry, Looper, I'm probably going to sell those PlayStation Pulse Elite headphones that I recently bought, because I've only used them like 5 times, and they're gathering dust over there. And it's a $150 set of headphones that are brand new in the box. I bet I can at least get $120 out of them. So probably going to sell those too. And I've got other things around here as well that I'm going to be dishing off so I can get my 5080 when it comes out, hopefully next year. Gamertag VR says, having access to all the Quest and PC VR stuff makes all the negative noise about PSVR 2 so much quieter for me. I love all three. Exactly. Now, I do get emotional about it sometimes, as does Gamertag and everyone else. I don't think any of us kept our cool very well when we found out that they weren't supporting Astrobot. But you're right. Even though I do consider myself a PlayStation gamer first, above the other platforms, I consider myself a VR gamer first over any platform. I just want to go wherever the best VR is. That's why I love Sony, because they typically put out the best games. But there's great stuff on every platform. And I have a backlog that's hundreds of games deep. So when you have so much great stuff to play, it makes it a little bit easier to swallow disappointment and negativity when it comes to our favorite platform, PlayStation VR 2. Um, I could sit here and read the chat and talk to AJ all night about his PC journey, but that, my friends, is a episode coming soon. I'm going to wrap up Zero Caliber 2 here and move on to the next title. Anybody else have any questions about Zero Caliber 2? Please go ahead and put them in the chat. Um, we'll be moving on in just a moment. Um, Actually, you know what? Something just occurred to me that I didn't even put in the run of show, but I think we've got an active giveaway going right now, don't we? I think I need to draw winners for one of these things. Let me see. I gotta go back in my content here and see what the game is. I don't even remember at this point. All right, let's see. 215. No, it wasn't during 215, I don't think. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it is. It's Journey to Foundation giveaway. So I should be in the comments. Yeah. We have a Journey to Foundation giveaway going on right now, ladies and gentlemen, that we need to call an end to so that we can do another giveaway. Let me see if Wife is available to help me. Wife, are you available to help me? Can you go to Virtual Strangers 215 and go through the comments, and everyone that said that they want to enter the giveaway, give them a number? 215. Let me know when you're done doing that, and I'll draw a winner. Thank you. I forgot to do it. I don't want to sit here and do it while I'm live on the air. Thank you. Um, yeah, so stay tuned, ladies and gents. We're going to give away some games tonight, son. Um, let's see here. Anybody have any other questions about Zero Caliber? JPEG Q says maybe Sony will bring Astaroth to PC and then it'll get modded for UVR. I think that is exactly what's going to happen. Two games in the works and a new non-gaming headset tells me that Sony is still in the game. Yeah. I don't think that Sony is getting out of VR. I just think that our expectations for this generation were unfounded. We fully expected that Sony would be investing in VR, taking a loss, so to speak, to invest in the platform. We thought that they were going to give us VR versions of their AAA flat stuff on the regular and push the platform forward. They're doing that. They're just doing it way less frequently than we expected them to, and that is disappointing. But the platform's going nowhere. It's still getting great third party support. The majority of third party games, cross platform games that support PlayStation VR 2, typically the PSVR 2 version of the game is the best version of the game. It's a great headset and it's a great platform. There's just some disappointment in kind of the direction of first party support this generation. We expected more. Anyway, I don't think Sony's getting out of VR anytime soon. I absolutely believe that there will one day be a PSVR 3. It may be a while, but I do believe that we'll get there, and I do believe that Sony long term believes in VR's future. Tom Flesher Gaming says, how well will PSVR 2 run on PS5 Pro? Any enhanced features? Well, nobody knows yet. I would expect that it'll run quite well. It runs quite well on PS5, even though PS5 is basically the equivalent of a 2080 graphics card, which is a 2 generations ago mid-grade graphics card. So the fact that some of these games on PSVR 2 right now are running at what would be the PC equivalent of ultra settings, tells you the power of optimization and the power of console gaming. So I imagine that a PS5 Pro will likely have the horsepower of like a 4070 or a 4080 with some AI upscaling features that continue to get the most out of the hardware. And I think when you pair that up with the eye track dynamic foveated rendering, you're going to get something that's capable of producing some very high quality VR. The question is um, who's going to take advantage of that? Which game studio is going to fully take advantage of the extra juice that's coming in that PS5 Pro? I'm as of right now, and something could come along that changes my mind. As of right now, I'm not getting a PS5 Pro. I'm saving that money to get a graphics card. I feel like my base PS5 provides a good enough experience that um, for the games that are coming out, I'm happy with it the way that it is. If we start to see widespread adoption among VR devs of doing pro patches for their games and really making big noticeable differences in some of my favorite games, then yeah, I'll pick up a pro then. But I don't think I'm going to be getting one on launch. 2024 will be the last year for decent PSVR 2 in terms of games that make the system worthwhile, but they'll come back in a few years' time. They have a workstation VR headset, which is awesome. Um, I don't know if this year will be the last year. I think we've got a couple years of decent third-party support, but I don't think 2025 in terms of third party support is going to be as good as 2024. I do think it will be a decline unless people start buying the headset. Of course, this can all change tomorrow if Sony knocks the price down to $399 and people start picking these headsets up. Um, right now, we're getting great third party support because we're very much still receiving games that started development before the headset and the platform launched. Eventually, these titles are going to run out, and there are already third party developers that are bailing on the platform based on what is a relatively low number of users. Um, anyway, let's move on from Zero Caliber 2. So the verdict with this one is I had fun with it, and I think Eric did too. We were pretty happy with it at the end. I think that um, I hope it doesn't take very long for a Quest 3 enhancement update to come out, and I really hope that we see full on PC support very soon for it because the campaign in general seems like it's something that's going to be very fun to play through at least a couple times as of right now. And yeah, I'm looking forward to it. So, thumbs up from me. Those are my first impressions. Stay tuned to the channel. Again, make sure you're subscribed, and we will come back to this one post launch to see how it kind of shapes up when it hits the store. Anyways, Eric, what do you think about Zero Caliber 2? Would you mind just telling us thumbs up or thumbs down? You motherfucker. Why would you do that to me? What a prick. Anyway, let's move along and talk about our next title, and that is MiRacle Pool. This is a fully mixed reality. I want to call it a pool simulator, but it isn't exactly that. It's a pool game. Um, hold on just a second. I want to look up and see how much this thing costs on the store before we talk about it and let people know exactly what we're dealing with here. I did receive a review key for this, so I want to thank Pixelworks Studios for sending over the the review key, and I want to thank 2080 Games for the giveaway keys. We're going to give away some copies of this in just a minute. So thank you. Anyways, give me just a minute here. I'm still looking up the price for this one. $14.99. So this is a $15 game. And there's a lot to like about this. Okay. There is, first of all, very realistic looking table and pretty good ball physics here. The thing feels pretty good after you strike the ball. What happens on the table seems pretty natural and authentic. You can play 8 ball or 9 ball. I think there's some other kind of stuff that I'm not really as interested in that you can play snooker or whatever. There's a free play mode that that lets you practice. And let me see if I've got a fact sheet here on this one like I did the other game. MiRacle. Oh, I forgot I didn't get this one in my email. All right, MiRacle Pool. I'll just read off the store page for you. Oh wow, this game doesn't even have like a full-on description in the on the Meta Store. That's pretty crazy. All right, here is a blog update from them. What is that, honey? Excuse me, sorry about that. Wife had some questions. Apparently, maybe it wasn't Journey to Foundation, the game that we gave away during that episode. Might have been Evil West, but that doesn't make sense. Evil West was a game that we covered on a Saturday, so that wouldn't make sense. I'll get to the bottom of it in a moment. There's timestamps, wife. Just click on where it says Journey to Foundation giveaway. Anyway, after 3 years of blood, sweat, and Q Chalk, we're proud to announce that MiRacle Pool, our physics first mixed reality billiard simulator, is now live on the main MetaQuest store. You can play it for $14.99, which is a great price for this, by the way. What's new in the full version? There's a countdown challenge minigame, Moneyball challenge minigame, daily challenge minigame. So there's lots of this stuff, these challenges that you can do to unlock cosmetics. There's all sorts of wide variety of cosmetics that you can collect in this game, and if that's your sort of deal, then you're going to dig this. 8 ball, 9 ball, and killer pool matches in the private room. 70 plus level progression system. Earn XP, rank up, and unlock new table designs, balls, cues, and more. Competitive multiplayer ranking system, further refined mechanics, and much more. On behalf of the MiRacle Pool team, we want to deeply thank each of our early access players and all of the feedback and reviews that you gave us to help make MiRacle the game it is today. Any and all new reviews on the full launch game page are greatly appreciated to help keep us growing the game. All right, so I was fairly impressed with this. First of all, having this sort of game in mixed reality is perfect. Um, I've kind of been waiting on that one awesome pool title since I got into VR many years ago and started trying to play pool on Sports Bar VR, which was a pretty cool game of pool, but the locomotion was just terrible in it, and it really ruined the game. Um, we had what was the other one? Forever Pool that came out on Quest 2. Um, Forever Pool I played when it was first launched, and it had some issues, not only, again, locomotion issues, um, but I didn't like the way that the stick was held in that game. It didn't feel natural. Like both of your hands were on the skinny part of the stick, and you couldn't get it to kind of grab the butt of the stick, which is how I would play in real life, and that really bothered me. And I found it immersion breaking. Um, there was Black Hole Pool, which was an App Lab title that my dad used to love. Um, in my dad's last days, he didn't play a whole lot of VR, but one thing he did play pretty consistently when he felt well enough to do so was he would play Black Hole Pool, and he told me it was great. That it was the best pool game in VR, and even though I didn't play it, I tend to think that he was probably correct about that. He's a real life pool shark, so he knows what a pool game should look like, uh, and out of VR. Um, so then we come to Miracle Pool, which I think is very similar to Black Hole Pool, might even be from the same devs. Um, Only now it's in mixed reality, which makes all of the difference because now you're able to see your environment. You can literally grab and move the table anywhere you want just by grabbing it. Um, and that's helpful, not only because of everyone's kind of limited space, but it allows you to take your dining room table and turn it into a virtual pool table that you can lean on and play on, which I think is just awesome. Um, I haven't seen anything in the literature to confirm this, but word of mouth is that this game supports um, co-location. So if you have two MetaQuest 3s in the same room, the headsets see one another, and two players can play around the same table, which is really awesome. But of course, it also supports online multiplayer with Quest 2, Quest 3, and Quest Pro. So you can literally zap your friend's avatar into your living room to play the game with you. Um, Again, very kind of realistic ball physics. The look and sound of it, the ball physics, all top notch. Very realistic, very immersive. Um, Not a perfect game, and we're going to get to some of the drawbacks in a minute. But as a billiards simulator, I think it's pretty safe to say that this is the best one that I've seen yet. And and it's a perfect match for mixed reality. I think $15 is a great price for this, and if you're any kind of a fan of billiards or shooting pool, this is great. Um, Again, I don't play snooker or any of these challenges or anything, but straight 8 ball and 9 ball are both supported here, and that's something I could see myself going back to time and time again. With that said, as I just mentioned, um, there are some inherent flaws in the technology, the headset technology, and the controller technology that continue to rear their ugly head again and again when somebody tries to make a pool game. And unfortunately, that is the case here as well. First of all, and foremost, um, I want to play. So this game supports two modes: simulation mode and arcade mode. So for the only difference, as far as I can tell, is that the arcade mode uses aim assist. So when you lock in your aim to hit the ball, there is a path that pops up on the table to show you where the ball will go when you hit it. To me, that's cheating. I don't want to use that. I would rather play the simulation. And as is the case in real life, eyeball it um, to kind of estimate where I think the ball will go. The only problem is that the control tracking on Quest 3 as it stands today is not precise enough to allow you to play a standard simulation. I mean, it works, but the micro movements that you make to refine your aim when you're getting ready to shoot um, don't get picked up because, as is the case uh, for anyone who plays pool, your eyes are always on the cue ball and the ball that you're aiming to hit. You're not looking down at your hands. And since you're not looking down at your hands, the headset somewhat loses track of them. It knows in general where they're at, and it uses the sensors inside the controller to tell a little bit when you're moving. But we're talking about very small movements, minute micro movements that make a very big difference in the angle. And it only takes 1 degree of, of difference to make the difference between a shot that you made and a shot that you missed. So unfortunately, um, the only way that I could resolve that lack of precision in the tracking was to play the game in arcade mode. At least with the game in arcade mode um, and the aim assist on, it doesn't matter so much the tracking because you can just see where the ball's going to go. You don't have to eyeball it so hard. I imagine that if you have a pair of MetaQuest Pro controllers, that would probably work very well here. If you had Quest Pro controllers, you could probably play simulation and it would be perfect. Well, not perfect, but it would be much better based on those controllers tracking themselves through space. The other big kind of complaint I had with it, and first of all, um, the thing losing your hands is really the only big complaint I have. Very, very immersion breaking. The difference between your hands in the game and your hands in real life. It's pretty much a thing that's constantly pulling me out of the game. Um, again, I'm being critical intentionally. I enjoyed this game very much and do recommend it. But I just think people should know going in what the shortcomings are. The other big shortcoming with this game is it seems a pretty it seems pretty basic in terms of how you strike the ball. And I could be wrong about this. This could be something that I just need to play more to to learn. But in real life, when you're shooting a cue ball, sometimes you'll have your hand kind of flat to the surface, your offhand, the one that you're resting the stick on. Sometimes you'll have it up a little bit. Sometimes you'll have your hand like fully extended with the stick resting on your thumb so that you could shoot down at the ball. And the reason why um, your bridge hand, I'll call it, can take so many different shapes in a real life game is because it matters where the tip of your cue strikes the cue ball. If you hit it left, right, top, or bottom as opposed to center, um, it's going to put some English on the ball that allows you, if you're good at it, to manipulate where the ball goes after it makes contact. Um, I didn't find that you could really use English in this game at all. I mean, it does kind of show you where your cue is going to hit the ball at, um, but I didn't notice any kind of strong English being put on it. Like I've tried a few times to put some pretty heavy draw on it, and it just drew back a little bit. Um, so again, I think this is a place where the kind of lack of precision in the controllers might be affecting the gameplay. Um, I think if you had perfect one-to-one tracking of the controller, you might be able to get some better results with regard to the English that you're trying to put on the ball and the amount of power that you're trying to put on it. Oftentimes, I try to like really smack the crap out of the balls, like when I was, trying to break, and I just couldn't quite hit it as hard as I wanted to. And I know that the only reason for that is because I wasn't looking at my dominant hand. So again, just all kind of it's hard to fault the game for this. These are all problems with the hardware. Um, but I would have liked to seen some like creative approaches to how strong that you hit the ball, or how much English or spin that you put on it. Um, I think that they could have put in some refined controls that, while it does kind of take away from the realism of what you're doing and gamify it a little bit more, um, it would be enjoyable for some people to be able to manipulate the physics of the interactions on that level. Anyway, let's see what the chat thinks about this. I think this is a very good game with a few flaws that are all based on, again, hardware, but it was a very enjoyable experience. I think if you have Quest Pro controllers, that you'll have a great experience with it. But even if you don't, I think most people will have a very good experience with it. AJ in the chat says, "Hello, governor." Um, Ghost Shot says maybe using a table could stabilize your shot. It really wasn't a problem with having my stick stabilized so much. It's just that when you put the stick down and you start to aim, now with your dominant hand that's off to your side and behind you, you're making small, like centimeter sized movements to change the left right angle of the stick. But since the headset can't see um, the controller, it doesn't pick up on those movements very well. The sensors in the controllers themselves do pick up on it somewhat, but this is something again that has to be very, very precise, or it just doesn't work. Um, the easy workaround is to switch to arcade mode and just use the auto aim. That's what I ended up doing, and I had a lot of fun after I did that. Mark Smith says it's cheating. It is what it is, man. You got to do what you got to do. The table and balls look sharp. I've heard that one other time today, but we'll not talk about that. Maybe need the virtual gun stock approach. Maybe. You can make the table smaller if you need more room. Yeah, but I'll tell you what, man. Even the small table didn't fit in here in my play space. So I cleared out my entire play space and made sure there was nothing in my floor. And literally, there was no room to walk around the table. With that said, one thing I did really appreciate is that you can rotate the table with the thumbstick. So honestly, what you can do is if you don't have room in your room to put one of these tables, you can just make your boundary larger than the room itself. Put the table kind of off in front of you, even if it's like going into a wall or some furniture or something that you can't walk across, um, as long as you have one edge of the table that's directly in front of you, you can use the thumbstick to rotate the table right in front of you. So you don't really need all that much space. You just need enough space to stand up and draw the stick back. And the rest of the time, you can just move the table um, so that it's the part that you're shooting at is directly in front of you. Did we figure something out? So I did give away Journey to Foundation, but I didn't give away Evil West. But that doesn't make sense because Evil West was a Saturday episode. Okay, I'll take your word for it. And if we get it wrong, then we'll just have to buy another copy. Okay. So there were people in the comments that entered for Evil West. Right. Okay. All right. All right. So we're gonna give away a copy of Evil West then, because my wife says that is how it is. Good morning, Herb the 24/7 Game Cat. Thanks for joining us. Um, yeah. This has been the best pool experience I've had to date in VR. It's perfect for MR. It's fairly priced. I do recommend it. Just go in knowing that it isn't perfect through no fault of the developer of the studio, but simply because of um, you know deficiencies with the hardware itself. Um, Again, if you have Quest Pro controllers, probably going to play perfectly for you, and there will be very little problem with it whatsoever. But everyone else is going to have to either deal with less than 100% accurate aiming or use aim assist. All right, so let's give away a copy of Evil West, um, and then we'll give away some copies of Miracle Pool. What do you say? Um, let's see here. Let's go to the random.org, random number generator, and we will see. Um, and we'll see who our winner is. Everyone has been assigned a number by my lovely wife within the last 30 minutes or so. Everyone that entered um, has been assigned a number, and we will ask the random.org random number generator to give us a number. Whoever's name is next to the number that's drawn wins the game. Wife, how many entries did we have? 19 entries for Evil West. And the winner is 16. Number 16. So let's go back to the episode and see who number 16 is. Channel. Let's go to the Evil West. Let's go to the comments. Let's kill this and go newest first. 1, 2, 19, 18, 15, 17, 13. They're all out of order now. 9, 3, 12, 10, 14. 16 is the Stig. Congratulations, the Stig. You are the winner of Evil West. Tag me up on Discord and claim your prize today. And thank you to everyone else who played. Now that we've got that business out of the way, let's give away some copies of Miracle Pool. I'm going to do 2 in the live chat here tonight. But if you were not able to attend and check out the episode live, that's okay. We're going to do a second chance drawing as well. Just make sure that you are subscribed and leave a comment on this video down below that says I would like to enter to win a copy of MiRacle Pool. We will meet back here in 7 days and we will pick 2 more winners. What's up, Jay, the foveated rendered game cat? What's up, everyone? Let's see. So, you guys know how we do it. I'm going to ask a question. The first 2 players on my screen that answers this question will win a copy of MiRacle Pool on Meta Quest. Assassin 32 VR says 42. How did you know, bro? No. Evil West might still be part of Amazon Prime Gaming. I didn't know that it ever was, to be honest, and I have Prime Gaming. So joke's on me because I went and bought it so that we could cover it that show. But no, this is a key for the game on Steam. So congratulations, Stig, you are a winner. Anyway, MiRacle Pool on Quest. First 2 to answer the question wins the game. And I got to think of a good question. And I'm not going to ask anything to do with the game or the developer, so you guys can go ahead and get your finger off the trigger. I'm going to ask something that's completely unrelated. It might not even be related to gaming at all. Oh, I know. I know exactly what I'm going to ask. The first 2 people in the chat to name the 2024 NBA champions will win a copy of MiRacle Pool. Watch nobody know. I know some people know. Chatty knows. What up, Chatty? You win the first one. Who's coming in to get number 2? Grimrock. Number 2. Awesome. So Chatty and Grimrock, congratulations. Corporate Zombie Assassin 32. You guys be sure to leave a comment after the show so that you can be entered to win next week. There was a playoff. Yeah, you know what made me think about this? Rogue TR. When we were at PAX East at the GameCap meetup in Boston a few months back, it was cold, man. It was so cold in Boston. But we were all at the hotel the first night, all in the lobby. And the people at the hotel lobby the hotel was so cool that they let us drink alcohol in the lobby. Only problem was is that we didn't have very much alcohol. So someone had the bright idea that we would walk to the liquor store. It's less than a mile away, they said. Let me tell you, that was the longest 0.8 of a mile that I've ever walked in my life. It took us probably 15 to 20 minutes to walk down to this liquor store, and it was cold and it was windy. I could not feel my face. I could not feel my hands or feet. It was so cold. Anyway, we finally make it to this tiny little liquor store. It seemed a little seedy, to be quite honest. But we were happy to get indoors where it was warm. And there were people just hanging out in there. Some rough looking people. People that look like they might possibly live on the street. But, you know, people that were well kept enough that they might not. You know what I mean? At any rate, there was this one guy in there, and he was just loud and friendly and was just talking to everybody and just saying a bunch of shit that made no sense to our conversation. But he told everybody that would listen to bet on the Celtics this year. The Celtics are going to win it all, he said. We have a pretty good team this year. I put all of my money on the Celtics, and you should too. And it became a bit of a running joke throughout the rest of the event. Every day, somebody would 2 or 3 times a day make a joke about betting on the Celtics just because this guy was so funny, right? But it turns out he was right. He was absolutely right. They did win it all. And I'm happy because that guy obviously made some money. If he was able to go collect on it, like who knows who he bet with? Somebody might have whipped his skinny ass when he went and tried to collect. Um, but if he's got a reputable bookie, that guy's a little bit richer now because he knew what none of the rest of us knew. And that is the Celtics are the best basketball team in the world this year. Um, Time travel confirmed, says Corporate Zombie. Absolutely. Anyway, Grimrock, Chatty, you know what to do. Tag me up on Discord to claim your copy of Miracle Pool. And once again, um, shout out to the 2080 Games. And I always forget the developer. Hold on. Shout out to 2080 Games and Pixelwork, not only for providing review access, but also providing um, giveaway keys. Super awesome. Anyway, again, those of you watching later, subscribe, leave a comment down below that says, I'd like to win a copy of Miracle Pool. We'll be back here next Saturday to give away 2 more copies. Anyway, how are you guys feeling in the chat? Are we doing all right? Is it worth showing up for the show when it's just me? Like, I'd like to know. People leave comments below telling me what to do next time. Like, should I just cancel, or are you guys okay with it being just me talking about these games myself? Because I certainly don't want to keep people here um, if they're not entertained. But I think it's going pretty well. It feels pretty good. Um, Also, how do you guys feel about? I mean, we've done giveaways like 4 weeks in a row. I think we've had like some kind of giveaways. We're giving away games like almost every week now, thanks to the generosity of people, um, including yourselves, those of you that donate. Anytime we give away one of these UEVR games, it's paid for by people who leave super chats, people who support on Patreon. So thank you to them. Thank you to all the game developers out there that donate keys for us to give away. We appreciate all of you. Thank you so much. Um, let's see here. What do we got in the chat? Lord Beavis says, "Yep, it's worth it. I got off work. Now I'm on my way home." Corporate Zombie says, "Wes killing it with the hard carry. Thank you." Uh, Corey says, "I'm okay." Corey reviews and others. Thank you. Tatum's digging it. JPEG Q digging it. Pant says it's okay if you don't feel comfortable without company. It's also okay to take a break. I'm not going to take a break. What I'm going to do is what we refer to on this channel as a real time review, which I guess without co-host is pretty much just going to be a gameplay stream. If I had other people here to talk about the game with me, we would call this real time review. But what's about to happen is we're about to end what is the podcast portion of the show, and I'm going to go attempt to play Riven for you all right now. First time I've ever played Riven, first time I've played it in VR. So we're going to play it for a little while. I'm not going to play for a ton, but maybe we'll play around an hour or so and then call it a show. Jay the Foveated Render Gamecat, I'd say worth it. Just got here, but excited to watch the rest back. Um, oh my God, this is so easy. You give yourself too little credit. Your solo format is great. The lack of monjos every 30 seconds is a breath of fresh air. Oh, come on. You know you love the mom jokes. Rogue TR says you're doing good. All right, cool. I just want to make sure that this is worth it in the future because it's a lot of work, to get ready for this and do it myself. But I think we're proving that I can do it if I need to. So that's good to know. Thank you. I'm glad you're all enjoying it. Grimlock says I don't need this other guys. Thank you, Grimlock. You're very kind. All right. Pant says Ribbon is amazing, and I think we're going to find out right now. I don't know how long it's going to take me here to kind of switch things over. Um, I guess I could give you guys something to watch. But you guys can just keep watching Miracle Pool, I guess, while I get things set up. I am going to have to kind of bounce out here for a moment so that I can switch over to my headset. Typically, I would have someone here talking to you all and engaging with you while I switch over. But unfortunately, with me being by myself, you know what? Maybe Eric would come in and sit in for just a moment. Um, Hold on. Eric, would you mind coming in and just keeping people company just for 5 minutes while I set up my headset? Great. Fine, motherfucker. I don't need you anyway. People are gonna just sit here and watch these German people shoot pool, play snooker or whatever it is that they call it over there. They probably call it schnooker. Um, but fine. Be like that. Going back to bed, I can do it myself. Prick. Anyway, this is the last time I do the Eric joke tonight. I couldn't help myself though. Goodbye, Eric. We'll see you Monday, bro. All right, I'm gonna go get my headset set up. I will be playing this on my Meta Quest 3 using a generic link cable. I didn't want to do AirLink for a gameplay stream because there's only so much bandwidth on the router, right? Maybe that's something I'll do in the future after I've had time to test that. But I've got a new headset, I've got a new router. I mean, everything's new with my. I've got a new computer. Like everything's new with my whole setup. So I don't want to like test it live on the air and keep you guys here for 30 minutes with troubleshooting, like I've been known to do a few times in the past. So it'll probably take me 5 minutes at tops. I've got to unhook this camera and microphone, get my headset connected to the PC, switch the camera or switch the microphone over to that and headphones, and then launch the game, and we should be good to go. So let's see here. I don't know if I have anything I could kind of show you guys to watch other than this pool game. I don't want there to be dead silence though. So I guess I should find something. Let me see what I have on my hard drive here. I might have a gameplay video or something you guys can watch while I'm away. Dun-dun-dun. Let's see. Not there. That's for sure. Yes. Why don't we go to users and videos? Astro's Playroom trailer. Wouldn't that be great? You guys want to watch that again? What is this video here? There's a video called Madison. Let's see what this is. I think it's my Madison gameplay that I shared with patrons. So this is my first time playing Madison. There isn't much commentary in this. You might hear me say a thing here or a thing there. This is strictly gameplay footage, but it's a great game, so you guys should rather enjoy watching me play for the 5 minutes that it takes me to set up. So let me switch over here to the black screen. Let me. Well, what the hell? Where's my? Oh, there it is. Go into here. Select the proper file from the list. Doobie doobie doo. Madison. Go. I said go. Go. There it is. Alright guys, you all have fun watching me play Madison while I get set up. I'll be back shortly to play Riven with you all. I'll go ahead and skip forward a little bit so that you guys can actually watch some gameplay instead of me jimmying around in the options. There we go. All right, you guys enjoy. I'll be right back.
You are not my son! You are not my son. The priest was right. What an idiot I was. I should have taken you with them. I want my son back!
Come on. Maybe I can get out through Grandpa's house. I gotta get out of here.
Really, great looking environment. I think it has a nice texture to it.
I need to find a way out before Dad notices I'm here.
Really, reminds me of PT. Just the vibe. Fuck. of it already. In Westerville, Ohio. And that's the north side of Columbus, Ohio. I've been to this place many times.
Wasn't there a door here?
Creepy. Oh shit. I'm already jumping. This is fucking creepy. I just want to examine things a little bit, but all the bump in the night keeps jump scaring me.
It must be broken. Grandpa was just like Dad.
Albert Maxwell. Westerville, Ohio. Oh, that's cool. Serial killer, it says on the wall. Can't lean in too far. Won't let ya.
belongings in the Hale family estate were finally auctioned, bringing in nearly $3 million. Among the auction items were paintings by Madison, as well as some gold and diamond jewelry. Most noteworthy was Miss Hale's precious instant camera, which has finally found a new owner. It's been 30 years since the notorious multiple murders, and in spite of numerous auctions of the family assets, no one had previously purchased her camera. For viewers unfamiliar with the story, Madison Hale killed her own family during a witchcraft ceremony. She was then fatally shot in the stomach by a police officer who had caught her in the act. And now for the weather.
All right, let me see if this is going to work. I think that it is. Let's see here. Let's switch over to
So I guess this is probably
my game capture.
Madison Hell.
Boom. Working. I don't know if we're working or not. Let's see here. Let's see. We'll get it working in progress here. I'll go ahead and hit new game and let it start doing its cutscene while we make sure that this thing's going to work.
Thank God you've returned.
All right, so let's see here. Yeah, I believe we've got video and we've got
There's a
audio.
great deal of history that you should know.
Perfect.
I'm afraid there's no time to explain.
Never works that well when we
Most
try to
of
do
what you
this.
know is in here.
There's always something wrong with it.
And for reasons you will discover, I can't send you to Riven with a way out. But
All right.
I can give you this.
Can you
There
give
used
me
to be
that?
a linking book back here to Dunny, but it's actually a one-person prison. It's the only way to capture Gen. Here.
Thank you.
Once you've freed Catherine, I'll come with a linking book. She'll know how to signal me.
What makes you think I'm going to free Catherine?
There's a very good chance, if all this goes well, that you'll be returned to the place that you came from.
Yeah? That sounds racist.
Until we meet again. Take
Good luck, traveler. All right. So that was the cutscene that opens the game. We need to do a couple things here. First, I need to back up, go into the Oculus menu, if I can. Yeah, and try to get my chat into the headset. So it's probably this one and that one. There's my chat. Can I size it down? There we go. We size it on down. Put it out of sight over here and pin it. Hey, Wonder Rob, everyone let me know that that you can see and hear all right. I've got the chat up in the game now. So, assuming that the game doesn't crash, we should be good to go. I am seeing some weirdness with the shadows, but this is something that happens commonly in Oculus Link for me, so I'm not exactly shocked. One thing that does suck is I don't think that I can access my what happened? I don't think I can access the options from here. I wanted to get that stupid snap turn turned off. That's a cool 3D effect.
What have you done? No, no, no. Oh, God, no.
I don't know what I just did, but apparently that guy's not very happy about it. Assassin 32 VR says, I can see and hear fine. Can't smell Jack. Alright, if you can smell Jack, then you're doing it wrong. Oh no! That's the end of the game. I killed myself, I guess. Alright, well, so there's your secret ending. Can we skip these... skip these credits, hopefully? Or do I have to watch all this crap? So I grabbed the book out of my satchel and touched the picture, and the guy came up and said, "Oh no, what have you done?" And roll credits. I won. Yeah, I know, right? I won. I'm the best ever. Speedrun Riven. And honestly, it's not letting me do anything here. I'm afraid to just kill the game because, you know, everything's working right now. I don't want to mess it up. Maybe I can hit escape on my keyboard and get out of it. No, that just makes your screen go black. That's not what we want. Or is your screen black anyway? Can you guys see these credits? I bet you can't even see the stupid credits, huh? I'm just going to quit the app and go back into it. Sorry about that, guys. I did not know what I was doing. Play. Alright, we're booting back in now. Mr. Lord Beavis says, this game ain't worth 35 bucks. It was the shortest game ever. Yeah, I know, right? Although I'd say it is longer than half of your typical VR games. Alright, so I'm now going through like the menu screens, and I don't know if these come through on the social screen. I don't think that they do, but we'll check and make sure everything's back up when we load the game back in just a minute. I am going to take a moment to adjust my options before I load back into the game, because that snap turn is no bueno. Alright, so let's see here. Options, quality preset, we're going to set to favors performance. Overall comfort, we want to be advanced. This changes a variety of comfort settings, such as whether or not the vehicle transitions or movement can be seen as you ride them, whether or not you skip directly to top or bottom or lighters, and more. To modify these individually, go to our control settings menu. Okay. Control diagram, advanced graphics, interface, controls, and comfort. Alright. That's where we're going to go. Controls and comfort. Satchel position low, smooth movement. There we go. Smooth turning. Haptics enabled, camera locked. Yeah, that's right. Overall comfort. Quick travel on ladders off. Quick travel on stairs off. Okay, good. Vertical height quantization. If enabled, your height is automatically adjusted for a better real-life free-roam movement experience. We recommend keeping this option enabled for most experiences. Well, it's off by default. I turned it on. Instant book return is off. Vignette while moving. No, we don't want a damn vignette. Instant book return. If enabled, readable books that are dropped will instantly return to their original location. Well, yeah, put them back where they go. Hide vehicle transitions, no. Alright, I think we're good with the controls now. And we're going to go to new game yet again. Corporate Zombie says, I turned on a streamer option on Zenith PSVR 2 and it crashed the game. Yeah. No streaming allowed. Alright.
Thank God you've returned. I need your help.
So you all should be able to actually see the game now. If you can't see the game, please let me know.
You should know, but I'm afraid there's no time to explain. Most of what you'll need to know is in here.
I'm not touching that book, you prick.
For reasons you will discover, I can't send you to Riven with a way out. But I can give you this.
So my problem with the wonky shadows is gone now. Everything looks pretty good.
It's actually a one-person prison. It's the only way to capture Gen.
Oh, I put myself in the one-person prison. That's what it was.
Here. Once you freed Catherine.
Should have been dead on a Sunday morning, hanging my head. Thank you, GameCat Photo Nutter. Shades of Grey Matter says we can barely hear it, though.
If all this goes well, that you'll be returned to the place that you came from.
Do you all need me to turn the audio up a little bit? We'll be able to do that.
Until we meet again. Take care, my friend.
Why is the social screen so wobbly? Yeah, I noticed that earlier too. I don't think they have a stabilization on it. And I didn't see any option for it either. If it ever lets me go back into the options from the game, I'll check. But I'll just try to hold my head still. And it shouldn't be too bad if I do that. A lot of what made it wobbly was me lifting up my headset to look around. So, as long as I sit still, we should be okay with that. You all let me know how the game audio is. Silent now. Okay. What the hell? Game audio is quiet, says. Okay, alright. Bear with me just a moment here and I will turn up the gameplay audio. It might get wobbly for a minute while I do this, or it may even turn black. But I gotta raise my headset up to adjust it. You all should be able to hear much better now. Tagema Suwagoa. Gunigugu. She said Gunigugu, Gus. What the fuck does Gunigugu mean? JPEG Q, you get it. Assassin 32, you get it. Rogue TR, what have you done for me lately? Oh, we got another friend. I think that one might be a lady. So I've got the graphics preset on the lowest setting here. Resolution's a little bit soft, but that is to be expected. Still pretty good looking. Can I alright, it's got some kind of achievement. Oh, look at this place. Press the Y button on your touch controller to open or close your satchel. Just don't touch that fucking book. I want to try to turn this up a little bit if I can get into the options from here. Oh, I can. Awesome. I don't know if you all can see it, but... Alright, so favors performance, we're going to turn up to balanced. And resume. And the visuals look the same, but now I can see some slight reprojection. Yeah. There's no doubt I could turn this up if I weren't streaming, but since I am streaming, I'm going to turn it back down when I go to play the game on my own. I'll crank it all the way. Or maybe why don't we, instead of using presets, let's just go into the graphics menu and see what it says. Quality preset will go high. Shadows will turn down. On low, we'll put anti-aliasing on medium. High textures. High effects. Medium foliage. Medium post-processing. Oh, it's got DLSS in here too. Alright, super sampling quality. We'll put it on balanced. Oh, this is DLSS. Only DLSS. So we'll put it on quality. Resolution scale 3D at 187. Frame rate is unlimited. Window resolution I could probably turn that down, but I'm not going to because I already have it set for you. But it's outputting 4K, I think, on social screen right now. That probably has a lot to do with the problems with performance. But let's see how that goes. We need some custom options here. See what this looks like. I swear, man, I can't tell any difference. It's smooth. The shadows look good. The res looks a little low, so I don't know if it's just low res in general, but I'll have to play around with this some when I'm not streaming to figure it out. Let's look around. Touch anything. Hands pass through things, just like the other Cyan VR games. I've got some pretty bad ghosting on my hands. Can I drop down there? That definitely looks like someplace I should be able to go. Guess there's another way. What is that? Making all this noise. Ways to go. This is what I love about these games. Is this just right off the top? You can go here, you can go there. So much to explore. Okay. Wooden door with a padlock on it. I think there's supposed to be a way that I can take pictures or notes or something from inside the VR headset. Maybe I've not gotten that far yet. Or maybe I missed it. Alright, we have some strange writing that I can't read. Can I look in that? I can. There's a book. Alright, this is cool. I already love it. I love these fucking cryptic puzzles and shit, man. It's great. Okay. I don't know how to interpret these panels, but hopefully you all can see them. I'm trying to move back and forth eye to eye so that if it's just capturing one eye, you all can see what the images look like. Oh, we got a guy ascending, doing the Baphomet pose. You see him doing the Baphomet? That can't be an accident, right? Alright, so we have some random pictures inside the beetles. We don't know how to decipher them. There's clearly paths on the other side of these walls. We don't know how to get to them. There's a door here we don't know how to open. Oh, and there's stars on the ceiling. Interesting. JPEG says, looks good, but I've already gone over budget this month on games. Will likely pick this one up at some point when it goes on sale. Might play the original version of this for now, $2.39 on Steam. Well, there you go. Whatever works. Yeah, I'm pretty sure, Shades, that I am going to love it. Use left eye or use your other eye. All right, so we're going to align now on the eye so I know which one you guys are getting. This is my left eye. Tell me if you can see the image. If not, then I'll know it's the other one. Left eye. Alright, left eye it is. Thank you. Oh, we got a little bit. Draw distance is a little short on shadows, but that's okay, I suppose. This place fucking looks cool. I'll give it that. There's that guy from the picture. Yeah, I've got headphones on. So I don't know what to do yet. A bunch of cool stuff to look at, but not a whole lot that I can do right now. That I've noticed anyway. Oh, there's smoke coming from like a chimney over there. Nice looking scene. Can I pull two of these at once, maybe? No, I can't reach it. Well, something happened. I just got an an achievement or something. Wish I could read this writing. Maybe that would give me a clue. Maybe I have to pull these in some sort of a order. Or maybe I have to find my way another way. If this were real life, I'd be climbing these rocks. Climbing up and climbing down. Can I kneel? Looks like there's something on the ground there. I don't want to do that. The floor is not calibrated correctly. That's definitely something down there, right? That's got to be the key or something. I can't reach it. Well, don't tell me there's no friggin' horse grabbing, no nailing. All right, I've got to, let's see, let's go to the options and we'll do that vertical thing, turn it off. Where was that? Controls and comfort. Vertical height quantization, we'll turn that off. Back, and we'll go to interface. Oh no, that doesn't apply here. That didn't help. I think I'm gonna have to go out into my friggin' menu and reset my simply just put your hand through the floor. I can't reach the floor is the problem. I think I'm gonna have to go into my Oculus menu and set my damn floor level. I hate it, but it is what it is. Settings. Guardian. Adjust. And let's go back here. Reset the view. Alright, did that help? That didn't help. I just put a circle on my floor now that I wasn't there before. Alright, if anyone's played this game and knows that that is not significant, please tell me that it's not significant. Because if it is significant... Oh wow, look, you can see the cosmos in this thing. If it is significant, we have a problem. Because I can't pick it up. I don't typically want hints. So if people see me struggling with like a puzzle or something, just let me struggle with it. But if I ask a direct question like that, please answer it. Can I climb that, maybe? This is rusty. It's not moving very well. Rusted or it's locked. I climb this thing maybe? Nope. Seems like I would be able to jump off here or something. Maybe I have to pull those things in order up there. Maybe, excuse me. Maybe I have to take screenshot pictures of them or something with the screenshot tool and pull those chains in order. Oh, wait a minute. Or maybe I just have to hit that button. Oh, the twat thickens. Oh, brother, now we're in business. Especially if I can. Invisible wall, weak. Okay, I still don't quite understand what it's trying to tell me. The screenshot button doesn't work when I'm holding. Oh yeah, it goes. But not that though. We don't want that. Can't get it just right. Try this. Yeah, that did it. You gotta put it right between your eyes. Alright, we'll save that screenshot to the notebook. We'll save the rest of them now. Alright. Oh, that worked so much better, didn't it? Sticking my face into it. I'm going to delete this one and redo it. Wasn't not letting me pull that thing now. This one's locked. Oh, you do have to do the... No, maybe not.
Man, that did so much better. Back. Save. Back. Now this one, and now I can open it again. I don't know if you all can see these screenshots that are in my notebook, but they're way better quality now that I stick my nose into the hole and take a picture. Alright, so let's examine these pictures a little bit here. Can I zoom in on that? That would be helpful. No, it's not going to let me do anything of the sort. Alright, so we have dude with his hands up and guy falling away into the sea. We have the book. People kneeling down to the book. I can't really fucking make it out. The screenshots got smaller when I put them in my notebook. We have the guy writing the book. And then people worshiping the guy. So, guy writing the book, people worshiping the book. And then people worshiping the guy. And what was the first one? Guy casting down someone. And that one doesn't make much sense. Alright, so let's think about this here then. Oh, wait a minute, there's 1, 2, 3, there's 5 of them. I'm missing one. That wasn't it, was it? No, I still can't open that one. Maybe you have to, when you pull them in the right order, they stay closed like this. Because now there's 2 of them I can't open, it seems. I hope this isn't just jank. That one I can't open. And that one I can't open. This one is unopenable. And that one is unopenable. So these 2 around this door I can't open anymore. And those 2 can't be opened. That one works. Why can't I'm confused now. Maybe it's just jank. But these two are closed now, and they won't open. Which tells me I have to go in like an order with them, or that there's some pretty bad jank in this game, and it's just not working anymore. But my hand disappears when I grab, so. Don't understand, big damn. Those ones locked. These ones won't. I don't know, man. I'm confused. Alright, let's think. Obviously, star there. Star there. So the symbol on the floor is in both of those windows. That's what I tried to do a minute ago, Shades, but it gave me a invisible wall when I tried to do that. It wouldn't let me in. I'll try it again. Maybe I just wasn't fast enough or something. No, see, invisible wall, it won't let me go through after I hit the button. Okay, so the first thing I see is trying to remember which one that might be. How do I tell? The stars really don't help. Guess I could take a picture. It only gave me one, is it because that's weird. Is it because I pushed the button twice? Did it go all the way around? Maybe? It was this one. This was the one that I saw through the window. Try writing the book. That lock it up? No. So now I'm looking at a different one. I'm looking at the one on to the left of the door. And now I'm looking at the one to the right of the door. Two that are locked. Alright. Left of the door. It's locked. It's still locked. Then right of the door. And then this one. Okay, so it's rotating entrances. There's two of them. There's two different entrances that are coming to this doorway. Right, so there's this entrance. I'm rotating this entire room. They all work again now. Oh no, they don't. Now the room's turned around. So it's these two that are locked. Okay. So what does that mean? Do I have to align this thing perfectly to... So I'm spinning this whole deal here. It's not turning anything on the outside, it's just allowing me to walk in from a different side of the room. Which is then changing these. Well, there's another room with a button on it over there. Okay. And there's the spinning globe. And then there's some steps down to a door. Is this changing anything else? Changing this, possibly? Okay, so this is one of the doors that we can see. I need to get this door open. I wonder if it really is as simple as just picking up that fucking thing off the ground. Like that thing right there. I'm gonna go back out to the menu and reload the game. See if it fixes my floor. Let's see here, save. New save. Okay. Back. Quit. So from here, my floor is set correctly. And then we go back into the game. Apologies, ladies and gents, this can't be too damn exciting. But I need to make sure that that is not the problem. Start the game again. Rogue says that that thing isn't anything. Okay. Alright, come on, come on, come on, come on. Yeah, it is fun to trying to figure things out. I just don't know how fun it is for you all to watch me try to figure things out. Alright, let's load. Let's hit continue. Alright, so we're back in the very spot that we saved in. Still can't reach the floor, so we're going to take Rogue's word for it that that's not something that we can use. But we need to think about this whole thing turning now that we've figured out that there's two entranceways. So we could see up to the window. We looked down through that window and we could see this door over here when it was lined up like that. Alright, so the window's still there. That's got to be a different window. Right, because it's turning. The whole thing's turning. Alright, so there's another window here. And now that door's open. How do I open this fucking thing? That's what I need to do. I need to get this thing open. Okay, so now that that's turned completely around, there's a window. Huh. And that window's lined up. Okay. And now that door's opened up again with the other door lining up over here. I just want to get over there, man. Is there anything down here that would be turning with all that? This I can't interact with. This is not movable. The fuck is that? Huh. Can't open this thing. Giant dagger stuck in the ground here. Okay. That thing there wouldn't be turning now, would it? No. Another. This looks like an altar of some sort. Look, make sacrifices. You can't look on the other side of the padlock. It just, every time you interact with it, it just does this. There's another one of those things. Oh, look at that. Take the hinge off. Ah! Okay. Urethra. We did it. still wonder why. Oh, they all work now? Yeah, they all work again. Alright, so this is that pipe that goes down the side of the hill. Turn that steam off. Where I redirect it. It was going out the top. Now it's going down below for something. Oh, we got steam on our machines now. Still can't move this thing. I can move these though. I don't know how I'm really doing anything with it. Trying to reset them. Damn it. Alright. We'll come back to that when we have a fucking clue. So this machine is running now at least. It's not doing anything, but it is running. I'll probably have to figure this out to operate any of this stuff. Alright, let's go see what the other thing is. So we can now turn this and access one more inaccessible area. Time, although I guess I can't. This is the same deal as before. Okay. Excuse me. So I guess we need to figure out that that other puzzle, that other puzzle now. So let's see. There has to be some kind of a clue as to how to arrange these signals or these symbols, right? That didn't work. Alright, so where's our clue? There's a path. So that's how I get over. Is I gotta walk that path down. Yeah, it would be funny, wouldn't it? Can you look into that thing on the weird metal upside down cone thing? Yeah, you talking about this? Oh, look into it? I don't know. It's just kind of sparkly. Kind of like looking into the other thing. Looks like there's stars or something. Same thing with this over here. Just twinkling stars. wonder if I can pull the hinges off of this one. I keep a close watch on this heart of mine. I keep my eyes wide open all the time. Okay. Alright, now I get it. Look, there's a switch and a button here. So I wonder what this switch does. I bet that opens up one of those fucking doors. Progress. Yeah. Now we can get in here. I wonder if that's some kind of a clue. Oh, you guys can't see it. Here, look at this. Interesting, eh? What does that button do? I don't even know what the button does. Interesting. Oh, I see. Here's another door thing. Oh, bro, we're in business now. see what this is. This is the original one, right? Okay, so now that's open. Just turn this bitch on around. This should be something new here. Yes. Yes. Gilded dome. It almost looks like the Dome of the Rock, doesn't it? This looks familiar. We find a new book? Is that what this is? It is. I don't know if I'm ready to go yet. I'm definitely not ready to go yet. Oh, there's a big rift in the ocean. I see. Moving stairs. Over there. This is the way we came in. Okay, so I recognize where I'm at. Now we can go down here. It's a char. Okay, so that moves that bridge up and down. What does that do? That opens up the door down there. Okay, great. So now now we have an open door. Alright, so this is the bridge that I just had retracted. You remember that. Maybe not. Maybe I just made a mistake. Or maybe I didn't. I don't know. It does not appear to be a good thing at the moment. If that was in fact the bridge I saw. No, that's a different bridge. That's the bridge going over to that place where we're going. This way. I think there's a door open down here now. Right here. Boom. Slowly but surely we're unlocking the island. What does that do? They call the train? It does. Hell yeah. Okay. You guys ready to go for a little ride? I am. Let's go. So does the audio keep clipping out for you all like it is for me? That thing looks dangerous. Silver Nexus. You're not Rogue. Oh, look at this place. Oh, look at this. Black nothing floating around here. Oh, it's a rift. Can't take the axe? What kind of fucking game is this? Oh, it's a minecart ride. We're definitely going to ride that in a minute, but I need to see what else is up here first. This place is awesome. Hmm. I mean, this place is big. I love it. Like, this is gonna take forever to figure all this shit out. One missing it for that one. Alright, so we need to bring one of these things back here whenever we find one. And it's probably going to change the landscape here somewhat. This one actually closed. I think we can get there. Okay, so we're back here again. Let's go do the mine ride. This place is so big, man, that you get turned around in a moment's notice and don't even realize it. Here we go. I think Ruuts is going to love this just based on the traversal alone. I thought it was going to do a big drop. Well, there's the broken bridge. I guess it didn't matter all that much then, huh? We're over here. Now we're all the way over here on another friggin' place. It looks like a waste chute here of some sort. Another one of these. Not there. Where is it? Right there. Put it on this house over here so we can go in and check it out. It's coming over here now. Empty that out. Can I go in now? Is there a button or something to open the friggin' door? You're gonna be rude? I'm a guest. Moves the floor. Yeah, and that did it. The Behemoth trailer says, what, fall 2024? Yeah. We in the sewer. Sewer! Man, I thought I would make some like progress with puzzles and shit before I called it a stream, but man, this is just going to be all exploration. It's so big. So this is a legit cyan game. Firmament seemed kind of small compared to these classics, you know. And this is what I'm talking about. Just large realm after large realm to figure out, and we're gonna have to backtrack through all of this stuff to eventually get through this game. Looks like there's a wrecked craft down there on the beach. I don't know if I can get over there. Stalactites. This is beautiful. I bet it'll be like even like way more beautiful when I'm not streaming and have the graphics cranked all the way up. Looks pretty great right now though, with the DLSS and everything. Makes it look pretty detailed. Play cool music for me and not let me go. It's not letting me climb here. This must be a lighter thing. It's beautiful. Alright, so I think what I'm going to do, if I can find my way back, I'm going to go back and check out that book. Just see where that takes me. And then we'll call it a stream. I think we've had a pretty good introduction to Riven. And geez, this thing is just massive. What is that down there, huh? Well, that's where we came in. So now we're up on the hill. Everything ties in together, doesn't it? How do I get over there? Maybe I gotta get down on the ground. Have to open up this manhole here. Manhole. Another one of those things down there, eh? Okay. Oh, yeah. At least climbing the ladders feels a little better this time. Still not perfect, but it's better. I wonder how we get over there. Probably by climbing down over there. Opening up that manhole and climbing down that ladder. Let's go home. Alright. That was fun. Let's see. And there were still, just for the record, there were still parts of this realm over here that I haven't even looked in yet. This is what I come back up through here, didn't I? Alright. I came from that way. I haven't been down here yet. Oh, there's a person over there. Did you see that? There was somebody running over there. Look at the water. Look, you can't come into this wood. Can I call him down there? No. I want to get down there and look at the fish. The fish. Drawbridge is up here. Can't go that way. Huh. Look at this place. Well, now I know what was down here. More beautiful stuff for later. We're just going to get out of here and go look at that book. Keep getting sidetracked because there's more map to look at. More new areas. Oh wait. Who captured the rift? Remember, this was open before. Now it's been taken care of. My headset's about to die. I gotta be quick. That's why the sound has been fucking up. I don't even remember which way I came from. Yeah, it was this way. So listen, ladies and gents, this thing could die any minute. If it does, that'll be the end of my stream. I want to thank everyone for hanging out. It's been a pretty long episode, but it's been fun. Great game. Thank you, JPEG. It would probably be wise for me to just go ahead and call the stream here so I could say goodnight properly to you people. Thank you, Pant. Thank you, Shades of Grey Matter. I know where I'm at now. So I think I can run straight through here. Yes. Back to the book. Lay hands on the book and see what happens. I just had assumed it would take me somewhere, but it doesn't appear to be interactive at this point. I'm sure it will be sometime. I'd say when I solve this realm that this will unlock and I'll be able to take that book and go somewhere. That's just an assumption. Anyway, I think I'm going to call it here. My headset's about to die and it is beyond late. So, yeah. Thanks for everyone who stayed up late and got up early to hang out with us. We will be back on Monday with a regular episode of Virtual Strangers. I think Ruuts will be with us. I know Ruuts will be with us. I think Eric will be with us as well. If I decide to let him back on after the way he flipped you all off for like a good portion of this episode. Anyway, if you like the video, click the thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, subscribe and ring the bell so that you will be notified next time we go live. If you're watching this on replay or not, as soon as the video ends, if you'd like to enter to win a copy of MiRacle on Quest, make sure you're subscribed and leave a comment down below that says that you'd like to enter the giveaway. We'll give away 2 more copies next Saturday. Join us on Discord. There is a invitation in the description down below. This is where we hang out 24/7, 365. This is where you can keep up with the latest going on with myself, with Ruuts, and everyone in our community. We all just kind of chill in the Discord. Absolutely free to join. Invitation down below. And then if you'd like to do a little something extra to support us, you can do so by supporting us on Patreon. $3 a month, that's all we ask, and you get access to our weekly show notes, insider updates, exclusive content, and more. So yeah, we've got a couple of new patrons this week. I should have written it down before I got away from my computer. Hold on a second here. Let me see if I can bring this shit up real quick and shout out our new supporters, because that is important. Bear with me just a moment and bring this up. Patreon. By the way, the new supporters will be listed in the outro video too. We have a brand new outro with everyone on there, so. Alright, well, let's see here. Dan Johnson, I think we called him out last time. But thank you, Dan Johnson, VR Mad 1, for joining. Greg Karras, also now on the team. Let's see here. Mark Pringlesleaf on the team as well. And 12 Toad Tom. So thank you everyone for joining the Virtual Strangers Patreon. You allow us to do things we otherwise would not be able to do, and your contributions are much appreciated. But I appreciate you all hanging out, having a good time with me tonight. I'm going to go get a little bit of rest, and I'll see you all in about another 36 hours. With that said, friends, I'd like to thank you all once again for watching. For no one else other than me, myself, and I'm Wes. We'll see you Monday. Good night. Doobie doobie doo. Doo 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 doo.